Okay, so you've got an idea and you want to write about something, but you want to find a way to take your idea and turn it into a really elegant poem. So, one thing that we can do is we can create a rhythm for us to follow. So, think about how choreographed dancers set up a beat for themselves 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, right? They don't just appear on stage and hope that it's going to go well. They build out patterns and beats that they're going to hit their dance moves to. Similarly, songwriters will do the same. So we can do that for ourselves. So what you're going to do first is you're just going to give yourself complete freedom to write a stanza of a poem. So now what you do is you take your first stanza and you do a little bit of poetic analysis on it so that you can build a beat, a template, a pattern for yourself moving down. So what we're going to do here is very quickly, we are going to count our syllables. So now what we've done here is we've built ourselves a rhythm. We've built a template. So we have a 4-line stanza. Here is our syllable count. And what we can do next is we can build out a worksheet for ourselves to operate in. So I have a 4-line stanza. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to make a 5, 6, 7, 8 place for myself. Then I'm going to take my same rhythm that I already built and I'm going to give myself rules that I have to follow. Now the beauty is I get to break the rules whenever I want to, but there is power and precision in consistency. So I've built myself a worksheet here, and now I am going to play a game with myself where I continue the poem, but I have to build it into the parameters that I've already set. Another thing that's completely optional that I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a line from here and make it a refrain, which is something that I will repeat regularly throughout the poem. So now I've built in a refrain for myself, and so that helps me build rhythm as well. So in every second line of each stanza, I'm going to have this 5-syllable line take in a sigh and I'll do that as many times as I want for as many stanzas as I want. Again, you can always break the rules. It's your poem, but you're setting up rules for yourself to help you build a more elegant level of poetry with really thoughtfully considered rhythmic elements. The next thing that we can do is we can analyze before we write and say, do I want this poem to be rhyming? If so, how can I change things in order to give myself a rhyme scheme? And maybe you don't want to do that step, but maybe you do. So you make an edit. So now what I've done here is I've decided to change a word to rhyme with my first line. So now I know that my first and last line of each stanza is going to rhyme, and I now have changed my syllable count to match the word, and now I have an 8-5-4-8 pattern in each stanza. Plus, I have a rhyme scheme of A blank blank A. So now I can make those same rules down here, and I will notate for myself that this line is going to rhyme with this rhyme. And basically what I've done for myself is I built a puzzle or a worksheet. So now I will replicate this several times, and I'll go through and I'll start filling it in with more of my ideas, and I'll make a longer poem, remembering the whole time that I, the poet, have the ability to break the rules, change the rules, make up words, use punctuations in unorthodox ways, whatever I want to do. Sticking to a rhythm can elevate your poem from thoughts to really elegant work that other people love reading, but the power to break those rules, the power to change those rules is ultimately your choice. So while you are building a puzzle, a construct, a platform for you to continue moving on, remember that you always have the ability to make edits and scrap whatever it is that you don't like. So hopefully a system like this can get you taking your deep, profound thoughts and turning it into a lovely, elegant poem.